All right, folks, buckle up. Today, we're diving into a story that combines friendship, tragedy, politics, and a plot to bring the entire African continent together. Sounds epic? Oh, it is. It's African Agenda by Camynta Baezie. And let me tell you, if there's one thing this book proves, it's that there's no limit to what a few geniuses in a small Ghanaian village can do. Especially when they set their sights on world peace by hacking nuclear weapons. Yeah, you heard me right. Our story begins at the University of Science and Technology in Ghana, where three very different students are thrown together by pure fate. Kutini, the independent, determined guy from the Upper West. Mike Zinbalin, the kid with a military dad and a pretty complicated family history. And Kofi Mensah, who just kind of rounds out this power trio. The three become so close that people start calling them the Three Musketeers. And let's just say, this nickname is no exaggeration. But this isn't just some college story. Because while our Three Musketeers are hitting the books, Ghana's political climate is heating up. Mike's father, a colonel, is secretly investigating a shady military man named Amankwa Amofa. When Amofa finds out that Mike's dad has the goods on him, let's just say he's not thrilled. One day during yet another military coup classic, Amofa goes full villain mode and wipes out Mike's entire family. Yeah, brutal, right? But Mike survives, and that's where everything changes. Back at school, Mike is haunted by the trauma, suffering from insomnia. But hey, he turns it into a study superpower. He throws himself into academics and eventually heads to the United States for a master's degree. Kutini, meanwhile, goes to the UK to study computer science, and these two absolutely crush it. While Kutini becomes a tech genius with a PhD, Mike shifts into computer programming, and together, they're unstoppable. Yep, these guys have gone from Three Musketeers to a two-man tech revolution. Oh, and Kofi's still around too, now serving as Ghana's foreign minister. So they're pretty much taking over. Now, Kutini's a guy with a vision, a united Africa. He's always dreamed of a continent free from foreign interference and corruption. And honestly, he's the kind of guy who doesn't just dream, he does. One day, while flying to the Democratic Republic of Congo as part of a diplomatic delegation, his plane is shot down by rebels. Yeah, I know, it sounds like something out of a movie. Stranded in the Congo, Kutini shows his leadership chops again. He negotiates peace with the rebels, turning what could have been a disaster into, let's call it networking, on a whole new level. And guess who he meets there? Yaro Tunde, a tough Nigerian diplomat with a similar vision. The two team up, determined to unite Africa by any means necessary. So here's where things get really wild. Kutini, Mike, and Yaro, along with their hacker friend Frank, cook up a plan that's either totally insane or pure genius. They set up a hidden HQ in Kutini's hometown, a small village in Ghana, and from there they pull off the mother of all hacks. Mike and Frank develop a program that can remotely control American nuclear weapons. That's right, these guys sitting in the middle of a Ghanaian village just gained control of the US nuclear arsenal. It's like Black Mirror meets Mission Impossible. With a few clicks, they've brought America to the negotiating table. Kutini and his team tell them, hey, how about a little denuclearization and some respect for Africa? America's response? Let's just say they suddenly become very interested in world peace. But all this comes at a huge cost for Kutini. He loses his closest friends, some to tragic fates, others by choice. His wife leaves him, and his young son, well, it's heartbreaking. Yet Kutini never wavers. He sacrifices everything for his vision of a united Africa, holding on to it with an intensity that's both inspiring and, honestly, kind of heartbreaking. So there it is, folks. African Agenda by Camynta Baezie. This book isn't just a story, it's a call to action, a challenge to reimagine Africa's place in the world. The characters are vividly real, the stakes are sky high, and the mix of fiction with real-life political undertones is just electric. Baezie's storytelling is intense, mixing humor, pain, and a whole lot of research. You'll find everything from the brewing of local peto beer to the intricacies of military coups and cyber warfare. It's like Robert Ludlum or Tom Clancy, but with an African heartbeat, and it shows that Baezie knows his stuff. Camynta Baezie is a Ghanaian author who, with this debut, makes a powerful statement. He's writing in a genre that African authors don't often venture into, blending high-stakes political thriller with a deeply Afrocentric perspective. It's a bold take on everything from Africa's struggles with foreign powers to its own internal unity, and it reads like a wake-up call. So, if you're into novels that make you think, dream, and even challenge some big world assumptions, African Agenda is for you. This book doesn't just give us a story, it gives us hope. And maybe that's exactly what Africa and all of us need. I hope you enjoyed this dive into African Agenda. If you like the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you grab this book for your next read. Until next time, keep reading, keep dreaming, and stay curious.